scoping out, seeing if the weather's going to be good enough to go for my ride this evening. But I don't know if you could see, kind of looking like that may not be happening tonight. We're getting another one of our rainy days. Extraordinarily way too much rain again. Probably can't tell, but it's been raining all day. It's been pretty brutal. It's torrential downpours. But who knows? Last night we got lucky. There was a gap in the action where I was able to actually get out there and get the ride in, like you saw. But anyway, hope you all having a good day. I did. Better than be expected anyway. A few things going on. Just thinking about some things of how difficult it is to be creative and carve out that time to get that done. Also, oh yeah, had this, we're here in the garage where I do all my little fixing, experimenting, coming up with different props and things. Sometimes I dabble in inventing a few things that I like to do to keep busy, but what I want to talk about was actually what happened today. I received this little package right here, this little guy. And you ever get something in the mail that you don't remember you sent for, and then when it comes, you are just totally stupefied by what the heck it could be? Well, actually, one of my advices is I have a wish habit that's bad. And if you know what wish is, you probably do too. Late nights, especially on a weekend, I like to get on there and just pick up all the cool little junk that they have, and sometimes I get wickedly carried away and just start buying dollar items or the free items, and just, this is one of those ones. Anyway, I'm waiting for a few things, a few audio things, a few video options that are coming in to help kick my videos into high gear, but could not remember for the life of me what this was. And the printing that's on it is so super tiny that when it first comes, you know, I'm squeezing it and trying to think about what the heck could be in here. Anyway, I think I figured it out. I'm not sure. Let's tear it open. Let's see what's in here. Could be anything. Wouldn't be surprised. Waiting on a dongle that has like 20 different attachments to charge everything known to man. But I know this can't be it because it's just a, well, it could be, but let's see what's in here. Anyway, we got some scissors. Wish has an incredible system of packing. You can't break into these things unless you have like dynamite or something sharp. So get the scissors going here. There's a few things I ordered, mostly cheap dollar stuff, all mostly video stuff, so, and SD cards and things like that. But then you get something like this, and it says fashion jewelry on it. Now, I'm not a big jewelry buyer, but I did order something for my wife, but it wasn't this. But the more I look at this, and what it is, it's a necklace of some sort, or a rear view mirror ornament. I'm thinking a rear view mirror ornament. It's actually pretty cool. I don't know if you can get that, but it is a, let's see how close I can get before it gets distorted. It's actually a little free weight. Looks like a little 50-pound hand dumbbell. So, not quite sure what that's supposed to be. I go back to the envelope. I know it says it in the very bottom corner. That's what it was, right. Okay, so at the end of the night, I usually like to round things up. $10, $20, just so when I see the charge, I know what it is. And I didn't know it was this, but I ordered the $1 mystery box, which I actually thought would be a little box that I could open. I'm not an unboxer, but I've seen some other people do it, and it's pretty cool, this junk they throw in there. So this was my mystery bag, I guess you would call it. And contained within is a miniature version of, I guess, a 50-pound dumbbell, mirror ornament, fashion jewelry. So, you know, I guess $1, I can live with it. Anyway, I have some things to finish up in the office, and hopefully the weather breaks and I get my ride in, we'll get out there. But if not, I'll probably come out here As you can see, I'm pretty set up to do most of my exercise here at home because my schedule is so night and day different that it's just easier for me to have a facility here at the house. And, I used to be really shy about it. Now I'm not shy at all. So, but if I can't get out on a bike ride, I'll get in here in the gym and we'll catch up some more. Talk about what my plans are for this week coming up. I'm getting out to the new Saturday project. I think I actually may start out on Friday and cheat work a little, but we'll see what happens. With you real quick, I finished the collage. I like to do shadow boxes with all my photos from my trips, and I just finished the collage from our Amsterdam trip. I think it came out pretty good. I don't know. You let me know. Thumbs up if you like that. Alexa, dying off.
Hi there. It's great to talk to you.
It's great to talk to you, but that's not what I said. Alexa, dying off.
Okay.
You ever have that problem? I have to ask her to do things like 50, 60 different times. She just won't do it. She knows her name. She knows what's going on. I don't know. You let me know. Anybody else have problems with their Alexa out there? For some reason, mine's very sassy and she has an attitude. She'll always tell me things I didn't ask her about. But I'm just ranting. I'm trying to get out of here so I can get outside. 98, 99, 100. Oh, that was wicked. Oh, I wish, right? 100. Lucky I can get to do a dozen. Looks like it's not going to be the easiest night to go outside and ride my bike, but going to get a little exercise in here in the gym tonight. Stop for a few minutes right now. Thought I'd talk to you about something that came up today. It actually came up the other day, but I was thinking about it today. One of the reasons in the past that I wasn't always able to do all the creative things I wanted to do was simply because there's just never enough time. When you work a full-time job and you raise a family and you have bills to pay and other responsibilities outside of being creative, there's just not enough hours in the day. But, that's always a lame excuse. You sleep, you eat, you make time to do other things, so you should make time to do things that are important to you, like being creative, if that's going to be important. But one of the things I noticed was that when you have other people involved in your life, it's very difficult to carve out that time to be creative. It's one of the things I totally forgot about. Now that my kids are grown and on their own, I had a little more free time, but I'm still married and I still have a partner. And one of the things that, it's difficult probably for your partner to understand is why you're willing to sacrifice things like going out to events or, even getting sleep on your days off when those were the type of things you used to do because that was your life then. And so sharing your creative side with your partner isn't always the easiest thing, especially if your partner doesn't have that type of creative side. I believe everybody has their own creative side that they nurture, but some people's are more solitary, don't really involve going out much, don't involve like this does, carving out real time where you have to go places and do things and set aside, those extra minutes of the day instead of, doing what you used to do to add to this, to make this a more quality thing that's going on. And so, going places on the weekends to do shoots like I started doing and, just going out every evening, even though I used to do that, but taking the extra hour or 2 hours because I'm out, catching some sunset or shooting some extra video, becomes something difficult for the partners sometimes to understand, and it's not always easy. So it wants to deter you and takes you off track. But I believe that eventually your partners and the partner that you have will understand what you're doing and give it some more support or at least give you some more leeway to engage in that particular activity. But I think that's one of the reasons that a lot of us, once we have an established life, really don't return to being creative. We put that kind of away in the closet and move on with paying our bills, and then we get to a stage where we're don't have as many burdens and activities that manipulate our time, so we're able to do things that we like. But usually returning to something creative is scary, and also I learning that it can be stressful on your relationship. And when you're older and you're more comfortable, a lot of people don't want that, but I think it's worth it. I think that that's an initial phase thing. I think that becomes something that the other person is more capable of dealing with as time goes on. But in the beginning, I'm sure it's just weird as hell. But it was just something that I was thinking about. I thought I'd share with you guys right now. I'm hoping when I crack this door behind me that the weather has actually changed and we can actually go out for a little bit, at least get a mile or two in, because I just love being out in the air. I spend a lot of time in the house or in the office. But see what's going on out here. Let's see what we got. I wasn't very lucky earlier, and I'm not quite sure I'm going to be that much luckier right now, even though it's beautiful outside. Let's see what we got here. Well, I'd say about the same as it was last night. When I left last night, it was about this type of rainy thing going on and drizzly, but I think what I'll do is finish the rest of my exercise with the door open and keep an eye on the sky, as they like to say, and see if maybe we can get out here for a little bit and hit the road. So getting back to what I was talking about originally, I really believe that as time goes on, the person that you're with will fully understand how important it is to you, what you're doing. It may seem like a hobby to them, but it may be a bit more serious for you, as I know it is for me. And I know that it's always good to give the person that you love and the person that you're with time to understand major changes in your life. Because doing something like this that consumes 7 days a week after 20 or 30 years of not having anything at that level, I could see where somebody may be a bit confused at that. And so it takes time for them to learn that there's going to be, things are going to change. There's going to be new routines. There's going to be annoyances that never existed before. I mean, I can totally understand how annoying it must be to always all of a sudden have somebody with a camera in their hand and filming everything they say and everything you do and everywhere you go. It can't be easy. I mean, that's a choice that I've made for myself, but that's not a choice that someone else has made, I've made for them. So, same thing if you were a writer or a dancer or an actor and you were pursuing, reliving your dream and going for it, all those different auditions and cattle calls and all the things involved in getting back into a media-based industry would be a nightmare and a shock to someone who didn't sign on for that. So I guess for me personally, I am understanding why I'm receiving some resistance, but I believe it'll be short-lived. It always is. That's why I've been with my partner forever now, and my wife is my best friend, and we're really truly always together on everything. So I will continue to do this and be patient and be more considerate, because there's a level of consideration. Like when I'm shooting, I don't always whip out the camera, and sometimes I'll miss a really great opportunity because there's too many people around, and I believe they'll be uncomfortable. I no longer am uncomfortable being in front of the camera and talking out in public, but I could see where other people who are just out enjoying their day didn't, sign up to be part of a YouTube video or be, even though they are in my life and happen to be in my field of vision, they didn't ask to be part of today's story. So I'm trying to find that happy balance between, everything I need to get and everything I want to get, and also giving everybody their own personal space. So looks like I'm gonna end this one here today. It's a lot of deep thought going on. Too much. I didn't want to get into something like this, but and when I can't get outside, I get a little cabin feverish. So I think I'm gonna jump on the computer, do a little editing, watch some of my favorite YouTubers, see what's going on in that world, and prepare for tomorrow. Midweek, always good. Headed towards the weekend, that much closer, and it's another day and time I get to spend with you guys. So Like always, please comment, like, subscribe, and love you. See you tomorrow.